Hi, I'm Mia Starr, and I'll show you the easiest way to load a piping bag. Whether you're going to be decorating a cake, filling pastries, or anything else you need to use a piping bag for, the process is the same and it's super simple. You'll need a piping bag, a piping tip, scissors, and whatever you're filling your piping bag with. I have some pink buttercream here, and the glass is optional, but it can come in handy. I'll show you that in a bit. Your first step is to take a piping tip and place it inside the piping bag. Place the narrow side in first, all the way to the top, but leave it slightly loose. Then use your scissors to cut a marking right below the spikes of that piping tip. Back the tip up slightly and then cut all the way across. Then you can push the tip up through the top. The hole should be big enough for the spikes to show through, but not so big that the piping tip falls out of the bag. So it's better to err on the side of cutting less at first. To load the piping bag, fold the top of the bag inside out. Fold about half of the bag down, then with your non-dominant hand, grab the bag from underneath, and then pull the bag down and around your hand. Then use your other hand to pop open a hole right at the top where you can add your filling. Next, take a scoop of your frosting and use your hand that's holding the piping bag to help you scrape and push the frosting inside the bag. So once again, you can see I've got a pretty big scoop and I'm scraping the spatula against my fingers and that C shape I've got with my hand underneath, using the back of the spatula to just press the frosting down. Once your frosting is inside the bag, you can unfold the top of the piping bag. Then where the frosting ends, give your bag a twist and then push the frosting all the way towards the tip. Now I'll show you an alternate way to load a piping bag using a glass. Place the bag already loaded with a piping tip into the glass and then do the same thing where you're folding the top of the bag down and around the edges of the glass. Use your hand to pop open an opening at the top. Then you can load in your filling by scooping it into the glass. You can use the edges of the glass to scrape off your spatula and press that filling down. Then you'll finish off the same way by unfolding the edges of the bag up, twisting, and pushing the frosting to the tip. Now this is a great way to learn how to load a piping bag, especially if you're struggling to hold it in one hand and then scoop with the other, and it works just as well. All right, now let's go over how to reload a piping bag. The process is just exactly the same, where you're gonna fold the top of the bag down, hold it underneath, and then reload with your spatula. Now the only difference here is you're gonna have a gap where there's air in between the frosting that's there before and then the new frosting you just added. So give your bag a little bit of a massage to push out that air to make sure that all of that frosting or your filling is in one piece. I'll show you what happens if you don't get rid of that air pocket. You're going to end up with an interruption in your piping. So everything's going well. This is the frosting that was in there before. And then the air comes out and I can't get as nice of a dollop there. I also want to emphasize that while it may be tempting to just open your bag and try to get some more frosting in there like this, it's just going to be messy. You're going to have a way better time if you do that fold over, take larger scoops, and push that frosting in. And there you go. Here's your loaded piping bag. Have fun decorating.